In retirement, we need multiple sources of income to meet all of our many needs. The 30+9 savings plan can turbocharge our income plan with its 30% deposit match and 9.5% guaranteed annual rate of return, backed by a Fortune 100 company. The 30+9 plan provides safety, security, and peace of mind. It's something everyone should really take a close look at. For free information, call or text 888-411-4130, 888-411-4130, or click this video now to learn more.
This ad is brought to you by GSK. Have you considered starting Ojjaara momelotinib for your appropriate patients? Review the efficacy of Ojjaara, including data from our head-to-head trials, Simplify One and Momentum, at startojjaara.com. That's startojjaara.com.
We've got a lot going on today, don't we, kids?
We do.
Democrats, we got things going on in Capitol Hill, and the Democrats wanting to defund ICE because they love illegal alien gangs in the United States because they're not on our side. And what else?
Well, we got curling.
Curling is a great drinking game.
Yeah, it is.
It's I don't know what I guess it can be an Olympic sport too, but everybody knows.
Carry a beer while you play it. That's the key.
They should have beer as part of the curling thing in the Olympics because everybody knows curling is just about drinking. It's like ice fishing, ice fishing.
Yeah,
it's about drinking too. Who else would do that?
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 9. Good morning, everyone. I'm John Matthews. A shooting inside of Wooten High School in Rockville Monday afternoon has left the entire school community shaken.
When officers arrived, they found one student in the hallway with a gunshot wound. That student is in the hospital and is stable. Soon after, officers arrested another student near the high school who they believe pulled the trigger.
It is absolutely a parent's worst nightmare.
The victim and suspect are both 16-year-old boys, but police officials did not have a motive. They did not even have a weapon.
A firearm has not yet been recovered. We still have a lot of work to do.
7 News' Christian Flores. It took hours for parents to line up at the nearby middle school to pick up their kids. Students are starting this school day today with counseling as needed. That was not the only violence involving teenagers in Montgomery County last evening.
Well, 3 juveniles taken to the hospital after a stabbing near the Silver Spring Metro Station. Montgomery County Police were called to Wayne and Ramsey Avenues for a fight involving more than 20 minors. The 3 who went to the hospital had non-life-threatening injuries. A 4th person was injured but refused to go to a hospital. Police say they have a juvenile in custody and they have been charged.
7 News' Adam Longo. A busy stretch of 14th Street downtown remains closed as the city works on closing a long-forgotten brick tunnel found under the stretch of 14th Street between L Northwest and Thomas Circle.
What should have been done more than 50 years ago is what we're going to do now. We are going to go in and essentially pump in concrete to fill the entire tunnel and stabilize it.
Sherry Lewis with DC Water says the street may reopen by the end of the week. Northern Virginia has more special elections today, headlined by one that will replace longtime Alexandria Senator Adam Ebbin.
He'll resign from his seat effective next week to serve as senior advisor at the Virginia Cannabis Control Authority. Retired realtor Julie Robin Lineberry is the Republican candidate. The Democrat is Delegate Elizabeth Bennett Parker, who's resigning from the District 5 seat she's held since 2022. Also happening today, a special election to fill Bennett Parker's District 5 House seat. Alexandria City Councilor Kirk McPike is the Democratic nominee. Business executive Mason Butler's the Republican. Heather Curtis on WMAL and WMAL.com.
Montgomery County lawmakers set today to pass an immigration enforcement bill that has total support across the county council.
Supporters want to ensure that all county residents, regardless of their immigration status, can safely access county services. Here's the county's chief legislative attorney, Christine Wellens.
All of our residents, including immigrant communities, can engage with county departments, including public safety departments, without the fear that the engagement would be used in civil immigration enforcement.
The Trust Act would bar Montgomery County from treating foreign nationals and immigrants in any way inconsistent with state and federal law. Matt Coates on WMAL and WMAL.com.
Like the Swallows returning to Capistrano, the annual talk of repealing Virginia's car tax has been shelved in the state Senate.
Republican lawmakers introduced legislation to axe Virginia's car tax. But those bills are struggling to get enough support in the Democratic-controlled General Assembly.
What they say and what we actually see in terms of legislation do not correlate.
The car tax, it's been in place since 1782. And so far this year, it's looking like a majority of lawmakers in Richmond have no appetite in axing the car tax.
7 News' Nick Minach checking your money. The Dow futures are down 23 points at this hour. The NASDAQ futures up 10. Up next, traffic and weather on WMAL.
Ready to make the most of your creativity and design beautiful and functional interior spaces? At Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design, you can hone your expertise in drafting, space planning, lighting design, and more with an online or on-campus BFA in interior design. Learn how to transform spaces to meet the needs of your clients with focus areas in residential, commercial, hospitality, sustainability, and more. Creative futures start here. Visit RenCat at rmcag.edu today.
Whatever your goals, AmeriQ has the right loan solutions to help you consolidate debt, financial reviews to help you budget for the present, and certificate rates that'll help you save for the future. Get started today at ameriq.org/possibility.
At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Here at the Zebra, research shows the average person would rather endure a root canal than search for auto and home insurance.
Just try to relax.
Okay. Or be trapped in a car for 8 hours with toddlers on a sugar high. Or remove a nest of irate hornets. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. We do the searching, you do the saving. I think I'll wait inside. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
WMAL traffic and weather. Here's Jamie Whitten in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Chevy Chase, the crash is on 410 East-West Highway, westbound, ready to come up to Connecticut Avenue. Slowly getting by, following police direction. Slowly getting around much of the Capitol Beltway. Just heavy pressure this morning. Into the district, 395 is jammed out of Shirlington, across the 14th Street Bridge, onto Lower 14th Street, into the 3rd Street Tunnel. The Buddhist monks walk for peace, watch for closures along the stretch of inbound Chain Bridge onto Canal Road toward Arizona Avenue. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Highs in the mid to upper 40s are expected. Skies will be partly to mostly cloudy at times. Temperatures will stay in the 40s for your Wednesday as a brisk northwest wind develops. Colder weather Thursday and Friday, and it will be breezy too. We rebound into the 50s for Valentine's Day Saturday. I'm 7 News meteorologist Eileen Whalen in the First Alert Weather Center.
Right now it is 34 at Reagan National. I'm John Matthews. News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app, Chris Plant.
This week, almost every liberal I know suddenly really into Bad Bunny. I mean, people I've never heard say the words bad or bunny in their lives. Like, I can't wait for Bad Bunny. Oh, what's your favorite Bad Bunny song? I don't know, but I love him. I love Bad Bunny.
Yes, another indication of the Jonestown-like cult that is the Democrat Party. They love Bad Bunny. They suddenly, and this is the idiots, they come out in public bare naked and say, yeah, now every idiot liberal I know is a huge Bad Bunny fan because he doesn't speak English, he's anti-American, he's anti-capitalist, and he's a cross-dresser. He dresses like a lady. You know, the Democrats, I think they're all cross-dressers, aren't they? I'm pretty sure they are. Now, I might ask you a very important question, a salient question. You're not a member of Congress, probably, but I'd like to ask you the greatest foreign policy threat to the United States of America. What is the Their greatest foreign policy. It's a foreign policy question. It's about foreign policy. And the question is, what is the greatest foreign policy threat to the United States? I've got that for you coming up. Also, Jeffrey Epstein in the news. He's Jeffrey Epstein. The Democrats love Jeffrey Epstein because they want to hang out with him. And that's a little bit of a pun intended because he allegedly hanged himself in a jail cell where there were no surveillance cameras. He was on suicide watch and no guards anywhere to be found, and not supposed to have bed sheets that he could use to hang himself with and all that. But there's nothing to see here. And the video of Hillary Clinton just outside of his cell at the time of his death. I just made the last part up, but only barely. Remarkable stuff. I've got some updates for you there. FBI concluded Jeffrey Epstein wasn't running a sex trafficking ring for powerful men. That's what the FBI concluded. They must be a lot of Democrats in charge at that time. The FBI concluded that Jeffrey Epstein was not running a sex trafficking ring, and that President John F. Kennedy is still alive and well and living in Hyannisport. That's good stuff. We've got Norwegian ambassador, who's a lady ambassador, resigned because of scrutiny over her contacts with Jeffrey Epstein. Getting kind of weird, huh? And that, yes, it is. And the United Kingdom, and they've got police there. UK police assess claims that ex-prince, he's an ex-prince now, ex-prince Andrew sent sensitive trade reports to Jeffrey Epstein. Sensitive trade reports to Jeffrey Epstein. What is up with that? That is completely kooky. That's they're creepy and they're kooky. They're altogether ooky. Yes, sir. And here's another one that nobody could find until yesterday. Ex-police chief, a former police chief now, says Trump told him, quote, "Thank goodness you're stopping Epstein." Thank goodness you're. That was back in the 2000s. They don't have an exact year. It's like, like shopping at a department store in New York. Don't have the exact year, but there it is. And I'm sorry, President Trump 25 years ago saying, "Thank goodness you're stopping Epstein." And remember, the Democrats put out that photo of President Trump with 6 young women saying, "Oh, see, Epstein photos." And then all 6 women came forward and said, "Yeah, we were like 25 at the time, and we saw Trump for a minute at a party and said, 'Would you take a photo with us?' And he said, 'Yeah, sure.'" So he took a photo. But the Democrats, they're like the Communist Party in the Soviet Union. They're not on the side of truth, justice, or the American way. Trump told Palm Beach. You got to trust the Palm Beach police chief because it's Palm Beach. Trump told Palm Beach police chief, "Thank goodness you're stopping Epstein," and called Ghislaine Maxwell evil, called her evil in 2006, which is now about 20 years ago, depending on what month in 2006. But never mind that. Also, Ghislaine Maxwell allegedly testifying on Capitol Hill yesterday, but she didn't really testify because she didn't answer any questions, and she pleaded the Fifth Amendment. But she said that she could prove President Trump innocent, could prove that he's already, I think, been proven innocent. The Democrats just have a demented fantasy world in which they live. Pretty remarkable stuff. But I'll update you on the Jeffrey Epstein thing. We got President Trump and the border. That's our southern border. And I did a bit of reading on this yesterday. And the Trump administration allowed to end TPS. We have to abbreviate everything. That's temporary protected status. And the Democrats don't know what these words mean. They use the words, but they don't know what they mean because of their mental illnesses. Every Democrat is mentally ill. Speaking of which, we're at 888-630-9625. Any mentally ill Democrats, welcome to participate. Try to explain yourselves. I know you can't. But Trump administration allowed to end temporary protected status for 3 countries. And Newsweek magazine says what we know. But it's only part of it because they lie about all this. And also CBS News with a fake story. Less than 14% of those arrested by ICE in Trump's first year back in office had violent criminal records, documents show. Wait till I explain the BS in this one because it is pure unfiltered BS. No, I mean, technically you could argue in court, well, we said violent criminal records. Sure, now what does the word violent mean? And we'll get to that because because of the wonderful things he does. But wait till you hear about this temporary protected status thing, because the Democrat Party is they're unwell. They really are. And every one of them in Congress, in the House of Representatives and the Senate, in law firms across Washington, mentally ill, demented, crazy, dishonest people. Isn't that amazing? Yes, it is. And the Democrats are trying to defund everything, ICE in particular, because they want open borders and more illegal alien gangs spreading out across the country. The Democrats want their daughters to date Venezuelan gang members because they're Democrats and they're mentally ill. So we've got that. Before we get into all the fun craziness of the day, and one of the things this morning I was reading and I laughed out loud sitting on the couch with my best girl when I discovered this temporary protected status thing, and there was, of course, a Joe Biden judge ruled against Donald Trump, and oh no, we've got to protect people that fled a bicycle crash in 1995 in Honduras because their bike is still broken. The idiocy that these people come up with, extraordinary stuff. But let me go to this. Because when I came in this morning, I was unaware of this. But Michael Piercy said to me this morning, "Did you see this Jasmine Crockett interview? Because it's worth taking a look at." He said, "Jasmine Crockett? No, I don't think I did see the Jasmine Crockett interview. I think she's always doing an interview." But Jasmine Crockett she did it, and she's out of her mind. She's been out of her mind for a long, long time. Democrat member of Congress. We've lowered the standards for members of Congress to the point where, normally crack dealers on street corners in small town jerkwater towns are more legitimate than Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, the Democrat from Texas. But she's out of her mind and has been for a long time. And I was taking a look at this, and I found a story from March 3rd of 2025, last year. And Jasmine Crockett declares Trump, quote, enemy to the United States, enemy to, not of, but enemy to the United States, and Trump an enemy, I'll correct her grammar, enemy of the United States. But she, a year ago, declaring President Trump to be enemy to the United States. Now, she was doing an interview with some 12-year-old. She chooses her interviewers based on their race, on their skin color, because she is African American, and she's an embarrassment to both parts of that description. She was doing an interview with somebody that nobody's ever heard of, and he looks like he's 12, and is oh, you sure are wonderful. A series of you sure are wonderful questions. Then, because you're so smart, I've got a foreign policy question for you. And it went like this, and I hope you enjoy it as well.
I do want to squeeze in a little bit of foreign policy, if I may. What, in your view, is the biggest threat facing America, and what would you do to solve it? And that's foreign threat, just so I can clarify.
Foreign threat.
I think the biggest threat that we're faced with is actually Donald Trump.
Ah, yes, the biggest foreign threat. This is a mental illness. It's a mental disease, and she is just she's been afflicted in ways that may not be recoverable. She's she's just mental. I mean, the kid was very specific. A foreign policy. Well, it's because of my mental illness. It's Trump, right? And oh, okay. She should be expelled from Congress for that. These people. They should be rallying in Richmond, Virginia, and reforming the Confederate States of America for the second American Civil War that the Democrat Party will be starting, or have already started, because they're out there shooting everybody from Charlie Kirk to Donald Trump to Steve Scalise to the list goes on, and waging war against ICE, Immigration Customs Enforcement, because how dare they enforce the laws as passed by Congress, aren't they? So wait a minute. The biggest foreign, I said, and the kid, he doesn't say, well, wait. I said foreign policy. So I don't think that Donald Trump is a foreign country or a foreign entity. What do you think is the biggest foreign policy threat? No follow-up. Just, Donald Trump is the biggest foreign policy threat to the United States because you're mental, because of your intellectual dwarfism because of the fact that you're an embarrassment to bipedal mammals. You're a disgrace to the U.S. Congress, which is not as easy as it used to be. Remarkable stuff. But isn't that great? That's your Jasmine Crockett, Democrat. Remember, the House of Representatives in good standing with the American news media. They use the words, but they don't know what they mean. I said foreign policy. I said foreign policy. And threat, foreign policy threat. And they use the words, but they don't know what they mean.
What is the biggest threat facing America, and what would you do to solve it? And that's foreign threat, just so I can clarify.
I think the biggest threat that we're faced with is actually Donald Trump.
Yes, and then she detonated her suicide vest, and there was meat all over the ceiling. And these people should really move to join Hamas. They're not well at all. We've also, speaking of not well, we've got Hakeem Jeffries today. Hakeem Jeffries, he's the leading Democrat in the House of Representatives. And the Democrats, they choose everybody based on their melanin levels and not their IQ levels, because they're the party of the Confederate States of America and Jim Crow and the KKK. And they're trying to erase their history by tearing down statues and taking down portraits in the Capitol, all of Democrats who are all racists. And then they can pretend that they're not the racists in the conversation. And they get the people. I am telling you, they're unwell. Yes, sir. And I got Hakeem Jeffries, and Hakeem Jeffries goes with the CBS News story I have today. I've got a CBS News story because Trump, and Trump derangement syndrome is not going away. It's getting worse. It's like a crack addiction, and they just want more and more crack to feed their Donald Trump dementia, and it's an addiction for them. Just extraordinary stuff. And Hakeem Jeffries, leading Democrat in the House of Representatives, says President Trump should apologize to the American people because of the wicked brutality of ICE. You know how many people Democrats have murdered since Renee Good was shot while crashing her car into a federal law enforcement agent after refusing orders to get out of her vehicle and stop blocking an entire street where there were police operations going on. And she's the hero of the story to every filthy, demented Democrat, whether they're in the Senate, the House, or wherever they are. Just amazing stuff. But will you hear this stuff from Hakeem Jeffries? And I got to straighten out a thing or two that CBS News is reporting. That's one of the things I need to straighten out. And then I need to share information about the temporary protected status that Democrats have for illegal alien child sex traffickers that they love so much. We're at 888-630-9625.
There's only one Chris Plant. The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center. Late rush hour in a lot of areas. Let's start at 395 north on Jam down to Shirlington. That delay takes you across the 14th Street Bridge, onto Lower 14th Street, onto the freeway as well, and in the 3rd Street Tunnel. Chain Bridge and Canal Road, where the scheduled Walk for Peace is happening toward Arizona Avenue. Eventually, the monks will be heading toward American University. A lot of the Beltway still slow. Outer loop jam across the Legion Bridge, off at 270. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Partly sunny and pleasant today with a high 44. Mostly cloudy overnight, low 35.
With great savings rates and debt solutions to help you refocus your finances, the new year is full of possibility with AmeriQ Credit Union. Whatever your goals, AmeriQ has the right loan solutions to help you consolidate past debt, financial reviews to help you budget for the present, and certificate rates that'll help you save for the future. Possibility starts here with AmeriQ Credit Union. Get started today at ameriq.org/possibility.
¿Estás contemplando seguir tus estudios? Empieza con AEPP. Te ayudamos a encontrar programas educativos para adultos que mejor se adapten a tu rutina. Ya sea que desees prepararte para el GED, forjar habilidades de lectura y escritura o descubrir oportunidades mediante aprendizaje laboral. Obtén más información hoy en nyset.gov/adultEd. Este es un mensaje del Departamento de Educación del Estado de Nueva York.
Ah, the Florida coast. Verbo has over 57,000 exclusive vacation homes on the Florida coast. That's 57,000 vacation homes Airbnb wishes they had. Make it a Verbo for your next Florida coast trip.
Chris Plant here. Tired of dating online and want to meet real people face to face? Let the professional matchmakers at It's Just Lunch help. After a confidential interview, your personal matchmaker hand selects quality matches for you. They pre-screen every date and they'll book your reservations at the best spots in town. All you have to do is show up and be yourself. Let It's Just Lunch help you turn new beginnings into lasting connections. Call 202-466-4333 or visit itsjustlunchdc.com.
The winter models don't miss in the DMV. Snow, sleet, and ice are here to stay. It's Vince. Do you need a new roof? Trust Valor, where they believe a roof is not just protection, it's peace of mind. That's why right now, Valor is offering 50% off materials, plus no interest until 2027, making it easier than ever to protect what matters most. And great news, Valor is now expanding with a brand new Northern Virginia office, delivering even faster, trusted service. But what truly defines Valor is Operation Raise the Roof, giving back to those who served. Recently, Valor provided a brand new roof for Air Force veteran Sergeant Mason Mankey, ending years of stress and worry for his family and friends. If you need a new roof, honor, respect, and trust your home to Valor. Tell them Vince sent you. Call 833-83-VALOR or visit valorhome.com.
Trust your home to Valor.
Supporting our veterans.
833-83-VALOR.
The jackpots continue to soar. Go to any New York Lottery retailer today for your chance to win the Powerball jackpot, over $700 million. Or play for your chance to win the Mega Millions jackpot, over $750 million. Please play responsibly.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader, and out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
With great savings rates and debt solutions to help you refocus your finances, the new year is full of possibility with AmeriQ Credit Union. Whatever your goals, AmeriQ has the right loan solutions to help you consolidate past debt, financial reviews to help you budget for the present, and certificate rates that'll help you save for the future. Possibility starts here with AmeriQ Credit Union. Get started today at ameriq.org/possibility.
WMAL's Vince Colonnese, weekdays at noon on 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
All right, I'm going to get CBS telling us that Trump lied, and Hakeem Jeffries telling us Trump lied. They're really just arresting innocent American citizens as illegal aliens. Of course, they lie about everything all the time, like psychopaths, but never mind that. I'll get to that. And then temporary protected status. What does that mean to the Democrat Party and the American news media? But I repeat myself. In the meantime, let's go to the telephones. We're at 888-630-9625. Let's go to Lee, calling, perhaps not coincidentally, from Leesburg, Virginia. Lee, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Wow, Chris, great to talk to you. I've been out of the American media bubble for the past few weeks. I've been in Southeast Asia and Thailand. And, the anti-open borders movement has gone worldwide. Now, they just had an election in Thailand for a parliamentary election there, and the leftists were promoting open borders, making citizens out of Burmese, illegal aliens running into the country, because they're doing the rhetoric of everything you hear about the Democrats is the exact same thing that's going on in Thailand. And they just had an election this last Sunday, and the leftists just got walloped. I mean, they got absolutely crushed. And now they're out and using the same rhetoric as Jasmine Crockett, calling everybody nativists, saying you're a bunch of hicks, you're a bunch of losers, you won't accept change, all the garbage, every single thing you hear here in America, you're hearing in Thailand. But the people, man, all the propaganda media over there was pushing this. They have these two parties, and I'll just call them orange and blue. Blue being kind of like Thai. I love Thai, and the other is called the progressives, the orange. And all the rhetoric and all the news I've been listening to over there, and it was just awful. And they just quietly, the people of Thailand just came out and just freaking crushed them. Wow. So the movement is worldwide, and that the themes are the same. And people, in Thailand, they love their country, and it's no different here in America. We love our culture. We want to have borders. We want to have law and order, and it's no different. So people here in America are it's just natural. It's just the way things are. People love their country, and they want to maintain their culture. They don't want to be importing alien culture, and then one of the big issues over there is like the idea that we want the country to be less Thai, and it's like it's no different than like the Super Bowl thing. We want the country to be no longer America, but some other hyphenated whatever.
Right. You're 100% right, of course, Lee, and we see the same thing in France and England and Sweden and Germany.
This is the Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center. Late rush hour in a lot of areas. Let's start 395 northbound jammed out of Shirlington. That delay takes you across the 14th Street Bridge, onto Lower 14th Street, onto the freeway as well, and in the 3rd Street Tunnel, Chain Bridge, and Canal Road, where the scheduled Walk for Peace is happening toward Arizona Avenue. Eventually, the monks will be heading toward American University. A lot of the Beltway still slow. Outer loop jam across the Legion Bridge, off at 270. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Partly sunny and pleasant today with a high 44. Mostly cloudy overnight, low 35.
Whatever your goals, AmeriQ has the right loan solutions to help you consolidate debt, financial reviews to help you budget for the present, and certificate rates that'll help you save for the future. Get started today at ameriq.org/possibility.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
Well, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. Nighttime sniffling, aching, fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Tu camino hacia la educación para adultos empieza con AEPP. Te ayudamos a encontrar los programas que mejor se adapten a tu rutina. Saber más en nyset.gov/adultec. Este es un mensaje del Departamento de Educación del Estado de Nueva York.
The jackpots continue to soar. Go to any New York Lottery retailer today for your chance to win the Powerball jackpot, over $50 million. Or play for your chance to win the Mega Millions jackpot, over $100 million. Please play responsibly.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy Truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader in out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
With great savings rates and debt solutions to help you refocus your finances, the new year is full of possibility with AmeriQ Credit Union. Whatever your goals, AmeriQ has the right loan solutions to help you consolidate past debt, financial reviews to help you budget for the present, and certificate rates that'll help you save for the future. Possibility starts here with AmeriQ Credit Union. Get started today at ameriq.org/possibility.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
No, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
WMAL, more than just politics, because laughter is the best medicine. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
Hey, we're back. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? All right, now let's get those rascally Democrats and all of their dementia. Got a CBS story. CBS News, the new Barry Weiss CBS. They're at CBS looking to undermine Barry Weiss at every possible turn, of course, because she is not considered to be on Team Democrat. But remarkable things. And I think I want to get to Hakeem Jeffries before we go too much further. Here is Hakeem Jeffries. He is a radical extremist, leftist, anti-Semite, anti-American. He's, a Democrat, a perfectly mainstream Democrat, and he's the #1 Democrat in the House of Representatives. He's anti-American, and here's Hakeem, and he has Trump derangement syndrome up the yin-yang. But here is the Lion Sacagawea, Hakeem Jeffries.
Donald Trump and the administration promised that their immigration enforcement policies were going to target violent felons. They lied to the American people. The Trump administration is not targeting violent felons. They're targeting American citizens.
American citizens, liar.
Communities throughout this country and law-abiding immigrant families.
Liar. Lion Sacagawea, just a horrible, filthy, criminal Lion Sacagawea. He's a Democrat, leader in the House of Representatives. Hakeem, which is not an old American name, Hakeem Jeffries, mentored in his youth by his uncle, Professor Leonard Jeffries, a famous and virulent anti-Semite. And now here comes Hakeem Jeffries. You should apologize. It's like a fish called Wanda.
At the hearing this week, Trump administration officials should apologize.
No, they shouldn't.
To the American people for using their taxpayer dollars to unleash wicked brutality. On the American people, and in some cases, kill them in cold blood.
Cold blood. You mean Renee Good, who crashed her car into a federal law enforcement agent when she was shot, and she's the hero of the story. just like Luigi Mangione is the hero of the story, who murdered a healthcare insurance company CEO on a sidewalk in New York because he's angry about insurance or healthcare or whatever it is the Democrats are mentally ill about today. And yeah, you should apologize. And all the wicked brutality. He's not even from Boston. He's got wicked brutality. The brutality is wicked. And then, of course, their next hero with his pistol and a backup magazine going out for a second time and violently attacking law enforcement. And he's the hero of the story, and law enforcement, they're the bad guys of the story, the wicked brutality. And in the meantime, the Democrat Party has killed how many people in Chicago and Baltimore and Washington, D.C. since Renee Good? Somebody should be keeping a running tally on this. I can't do it all, but isn't that amazing? So it's just, it's really, really awful. It's terrible because that terrible Mr. Trump is Trump derangement syndrome, unleashing wicked brutality on people, American citizens, killing them in cold blood. This is the leader of the Democrat Party in the Senate, and civil war cannot be far away with this type of Democrat Party leadership. Now, here's the gigantic lie, and CBS News has the story. Camilo Montoya Galvez has the story at CBS. Not a journalist, a Democrat shill. The headline is, less than 14% of those arrested by ICE, you might say fewer than, in Trump's first year back in office, had violent criminal records, documents show. And here they go. Less than 14% of nearly 400,000 immigrants, illegal aliens, arrested by Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Why would they arrest legal immigrants? They're busy enough as it is, thanks to the Democrats opening our borders for years on end to every gang everywhere in the world to come into the United States and, rape and murder. But the Democrat Party likes that. So the Immigration Customs Enforcement in President Trump's first year back in the White House had charges or convictions for violent criminal offenses. See, they say less than 14% of nearly 400,000 had charges or convictions for violent criminal offenses, according to an internal document at Homeland Security obtained by CBS News. How did they obtain that? Well, a Democrat at the Department of Homeland Security, member of the permanent bureaucracy, the deep state, fed it to Montoya over here at CBS News, knowing that it would be misrepresented and it would be an anti-Trump story. So the official statistics contained in the DHS document, which had not been previously reported publicly, leaked to CBS by an anti-Trump person who's spinning it to be anti-Trump, provide the most detailed look yet into who ICE has arrested during the Trump administration's far-reaching deportation operations across the U.S. Now, here it is, and again, Camilo Montoya Galvez writing the story for the Democrat Party at CBS News. There are a couple of problems with this reporting. Let me go to, for example, Senator Eric Schmidt of Missouri, Republican of Missouri, former Attorney General of Missouri, I believe. And Senator Eric Schmidt wrote, interesting, after posting the story. Did you know that none of Laken Riley, Joycelyn Nungaray, Rachel Morin's illegal alien killers had any, quote, violent, end quote, criminal history before they murdered American daughters? And that's, we've got Rachel Morin, mother of 5, out for a walk in her neighborhood in nearby Maryland, not far from Washington, D.C., raped and murdered. Laken Riley, he was attempting to rape her when he murdered her, bashed her head in with a rock. A 24-year-old nursing student in Georgia. Joycelyn Nungaray, more sexual assault and murder. But the Democrats say, hey, didn't have any violent convictions before they murdered these women, and the Democrat Party wants to defend them. So here's Senator Eric Schmidt pointing out that the murderers of Laken Riley, of Joycelyn Nungaray, and of Rachel Morin, those illegal alien murderers and rapists, didn't have any violent criminal history before they actually, that we knew of, before they actually murdered these women. And isn't that amazing? CBS News, with their tweet, DHS data shows 14% of immigrants, meaning illegal aliens, arrested by ICE, why would they arrest legal immigrants, in the past year had been charged or convicted of violent crimes. See, now that's kind of fun, isn't it? Except that, oh gosh, Trump isn't doing it. And as the fascist Democrat leader in the House of Representatives claimed, Hakeem Jeffries, yeah, he lied to us using taxpayer dollars to brutally kill American citizens. He lies about everything because he's a pathological liar. And isn't that amazing? Now, just extraordinary stuff. The Barry Weiss is now being raked over the coals for this, but Jim Hansen on Twitter pointed out, incredibly misleading of the CBS story, incredibly misleading. The real number is nearly 70% have committed ejection, that is to say, deportation-worthy crimes, quote, non-violent, end quote, offenses CBS ignored include drug trafficking, distribution of child porn, solicitation of minors for sexual abuse, human smuggling, driving under the influence, and CBS left all that out of their stories. They say, hey, wait a minute. If they're just, drunk Indians chugging whiskey and crashing into nuns and killing them, that's just DUI. No problem there. Human smuggling, human trafficking, that's no problem. Solicitation of minors for sexual purposes, that's a nonviolent crime, the Democrats say, and CBS News is reporting. Distribution of child porn. Oh, okay, that's not a violent crime. No, actually it is violent because child porn is violent and you're involved in the Democrat industry of child porn. So they say CBS News and this ridiculous woman at CBS News who should be fired by Barry Weiss today, Camilo Montoya Galvez. So, well, look, distribution of child porn is not violent. Drug trafficking, that's a nonviolent crime. It's got a huge body count. Human smuggling, nonviolent crime. Driving under the influence. I am always reminded when I see that of the illegal alien that crashed into and killed a nun in Virginia a number of years ago now, but it shouldn't be forgotten as the Democrats would have us do, because so they're the Democrats and there's CBS News in this case. Well, let's just leave out the nonviolent drugs of drug trafficking, distribution of child porn, soliciting minors for sex, human smuggling, driving under the influence, and then we can say, hey, only 14% of those arrested by ICE, and Trump's first year back, had violent crimes. So the Democrats say, let's wait till they murder a young woman, and then we'll take action of some kind. Maybe, right? These people, can I just say, these people. Yes, sir. And the Democrats, they want to defund ICE now. That's their plan. They want to defund ICE because that's who they are. They're the open borders people. Senator John Thune, who is the Republican leader in the Senate, and John Thune, Republican, South Dakota. He was on television last night because the Democrats want to shut the government down again. The clock is ticking out loud, shut the government down. And the Democrats, because they want to defund ICE. And if they have to defund TSA, Transportation Security Administration of the airports and stuff, they have to defund them at the same time. That's okay because, they really want open borders. They're pro-Venezuelan gangs and they're anti-Joycelyn Nungary and Laken Riley. They don't give a flying hoot about Americans being murdered. Here's Senator John Thune.
Republicans are serious about getting the funding bill done. That's one of the reasons we wanted to provide more time for negotiations. We're just a few days away from the deadline that Democrats chose, and it's very possible we won't have our work finished by then. The Democrats are serious about finding a solution here. They may need to find more time to bring these efforts to a productive conclusion.
They're going to need more time because the clock is ticking out loud, and Thune is trying to be as reasonable as he can. He should stop trying to be as reasonable as he can. The Democrats would shoot his dog with a 12-gauge shotgun if it would get them one more vote in the Senate for some corrupt, bad idea that they've got. But today is Tuesday, and the deadline is Friday. Otherwise, we have another idiotic, stupid. We should cancel all of Congress, fire them all. If they shut down the idiotic government again on Friday, Senator, this is James Lankford out of Oklahoma on the same topic.
So the funding deadline is this Friday. That was a Democrat demand. They didn't want to fund TSA. They didn't want to fund Secret Service. They don't want to fund FEMA. They don't want to fund any of those if they can also cut off funding to ICE.
They just want to cut off funding, and if they have to defund FEMA, if they have to defund Secret Service, have to defund TSA at airports and beyond, then that's okay because they want to defund ICE because they want more murder. And this is a hard and fast rule. More Democrats, more murder. More Democrats, more illegal alien gang members. More Democrats, just open borders and everything else. Now, again, I was looking at, hey, they want to shut down this. They want to shut down that. And then I saw that yesterday, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals actually sided with President Trump, 3-judge panel at the Ninth Circuit Court. 2 of the judges appointed by Republican presidents, 1 of the judges appointed by a Democrat president. And they overturned a lower court ruling that said Trump can't just end temporary protected status for people in the country who came under TPS, temporary protected status. Trump administration allowed to end TPS for 3 countries, Newsweek magazine. What we know, a federal appeals court in San Francisco on Monday, that's yesterday, temporarily lifted a lower court's block on the Trump administration's plan to end temporary protected status, TPS, for nearly 89,000 immigrants from Honduras, Nepal, and Nicaragua. The Reuters news agency reported the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals paused a December ruling from U.S. District Judge Trina Thompson. Trina Thompson is a Joe Biden appointee who's a radical lefty. She's an African-American woman. And you say, oh, well, Trump can't do that, Trump derangement syndrome. Now, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in San Francisco said, well, no, Trina, you can't do that, but Trump can end the temporary protected status. And listen to this, because this is just nuts. Congress authorized TPS as part of the Immigration Act of 1990. It clears the Department of Homeland Security Secretary to grant legal immigration status to people fleeing countries experiencing civil strife, environmental disasters, or other, quote, extraordinary and temporary conditions, end quote, temporary conditions. And we provide safe haven until it's safe for them to return to their country. Now, here's the thing. Honduras and Nicaragua received temporary protected status in the late 1990s. Listen to this. Due to the catastrophic Hurricane Mitch. So wait a minute. In 1999, there was a hurricane that hit Nicaragua and Honduras. And now here we are in 2026, and they're still in the country in the United States of America under temporary protected status because there was a hurricane in the 1990s. Newsweek magazine reports. Have they recovered from the hurricane? And I looked it up, which Newsweek magazine didn't do. And it was in 1999, at the end of the 1990s. So it's only, 27 years ago. Hey, there's a hurricane in Honduras and Nicaragua. Their politics are worse than any hurricane. And it was a terrible hurricane. And people died. And it was more than a quarter century ago that they were given temporary protected status. And the Democrats will burn down a synagogue to keep the people that fled Hurricane Mitch more than a quarter century ago. 27 years ago now, they fled Hurricane Mitch, and they're still here under temporary protected status. Democrats use the words, but they don't know what they mean, and they're not on our side.
You're listening to The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center. Heading southbound 95. Watch for big delays heading into Newington. Several vehicles involved in the crash at the Fairfax County Parkway. 2 right lanes are blocked. Still have a lot of the Beltway below speed. We have an incident on the Virginia Beltway inner loop as you leave Springfield. That was along the right side. 395 is jammed across the 14th Street Bridge onto lower 14th Street and the 3rd Street Tunnel. Georgia Avenue is hung up through Forest Glen heading inside the Beltway towards Seminary Road. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Partly sunny and pleasant today with a high 44. Mostly cloudy overnight, low 35.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader in out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
With great savings rates and debt solutions to help you refocus your finances, the new year is full of possibility with AmeriQ Credit Union. Whatever your goals, AmeriQ has the right loan solutions to help you consolidate past debt, financial reviews to help you budget for the present, and certificate rates that'll help you save for the future. Possibility starts here with AmeriQ Credit Union. Get started today at ameriq.org/possibility.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
Well, son, I think so too. Have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
If your patio, sidewalk, or driveway is cracked or uneven, if you've tripped or fallen as a result, or if you're worried about the liability of an uneven surface on your property, American Concrete Services can quickly help. Don't pay the high cost to tear out and replace your sidewalk, patio, driveway, or pool deck. American Concrete Services has an economical solution which can raise and stabilize your existing concrete at a fraction of the cost of full replacement. They're environmentally friendly structural foam. With structural foam lifting, there's no heavy equipment to cause damage to your property and no loud noises from jackhammering. Best of all, most repairs can be completed in just one day. Have your entire patio, sidewalk, or driveway safe and level again. No job is too big or small. Call American Concrete Services now for your free estimate at 240-665-5665. That's 240-665-5665. Again, 240-665-5665. Licensed in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. MHIC 140530.
¿Estás contemplando seguir tus estudios? Empieza con AEPP. Te ayudamos a encontrar programas educativos para adultos que mejor se adapten a tu rutina. Ya sea que desees prepararte para el GED, forjar habilidades de lectura y escritura, o descubrir oportunidades mediante aprendizaje laboral. Obtén más información hoy en nysed.gov/adulted. Este es un mensaje del Departamento de Educación del Estado de Nueva York.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it! Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay,
ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Larry O'Connor here. Are you working on the Hill or at a think tank, or are you a young professional eager to study the arts of liberty? Hillsdale College in D.C. is serious education for serious public servants who want to restore our constitutional republic. Hillsdale College's part-time Master of Arts in Government program in D.C. fits your busy schedule with evening and weekend classes. Accepted students receive scholarships, usually up to a full tuition. And you'll be impressed with their brand new and expanded campus right on Capitol Hill. If you want a career in American politics, learn more at LarryForHillsdale.com. If you apply by May 15th, you'll be able to start classes this fall. Visit LarryForHillsdale.com to learn more. Again, that's LarryForHillsdale.com.
Life doesn't slow down for retirement, and neither do taxes. Many savers worry about the growing national debt and how future taxes could impact their nest egg. They're asking, is a Roth conversion right for me? Can I avoid a surprise RMD tax bill? And am I paying more than I need to? At Abish Financial Services, Abe Abish and his team can review your income, investments, Social Security, and Medicare to help identify ways you may be able to keep more of your savings. Call Abish Financial for your retirement income and tax mapping report, 571-570-3559. If you're over 59 and have saved $500,000 or more, they can create your report complimentary. That's 571-570-3559 or visit theretirementkey.com. Investment advisory services offered through Abish Financial Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor firm. Insurance services offered through Abish Financial Services, Incorporated, licensed in Virginia. Endorser has been compensated and opinions are his own.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code COIN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code COIN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code COIN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Why? Why do we ignore the things that give us pause, that seem out of place, that don't feel right? The answer to why defines who we are. So if you see something, why do you say something?
I say safe for my friends.
For my community.
For my family.
For each other. Because all of this matters. We all have something worth protecting. So why do you see safe? Report suspicious activity to local authorities. If you see something, say something.
WMAL, making sense of education, because what's happening in your kid's school matters. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
The Democrats' temporary protected trafficking and child porn and human trafficking, those aren't violent crimes. Driving drunk, that's not a violent crime. Why would anybody want to remove somebody from the country just because of those crimes? Let's go to the telephones, Michael. Let's go to Bob, calling from Tacoma Park, Maryland, one of the most lefty communities in the entire United States of America. Bob, welcome. You're on the Chris Plant Show.
Something ain't right.
Senor Plunky, if they put Karl Marx on the ballot for city council, he'd get every vote in Tacoma Park.
Dr. Fox.
Karl Marx
It should
would
be
the
a
mayor
radio break.
until he was deposed by Stalin. Anyway, the idea that they classify or they want to sort of like explain away and minimize drunk driving, it's an outrage. I think more American citizens have lost their lives at the hands of illegal aliens who are driving drunk than any other way, despite the high-profile crimes. The names we know, like Rachel Morin and Laken Riley, I think by a significant factor, more Americans have lost their lives because of drunk illegals than any other way.
Well, I tell you what, a guy from Kyrgyzstan was just arrested a few days ago. Drunk driving, he was given a commercial driver's license by the Democrats in Pennsylvania, as they do in California. He crashed into and killed 4 members of the Amish community, the illegal alien from Kyrgyzstan.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station.
Making sense of the news.
News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 10. Good morning, everyone. I'm John Matthews. Wooten High School in Rockville back open today after a shooting yesterday that has left school families on edge.
Definitely.
Something ain't going right with the broadcasting. They're late bringing that up. I just lose the fucker? Yep, I sure did. Fucking ignorant fucks. Wow, what a delay.
In retirement, we need multiple sources of income to meet all of our many needs. You know, the 30+9 savings plan can turbocharge our income plan with its 30% deposit match and 9.5% guaranteed annual rate of return, backed by a Fortune 100 company. The 30+9 plan provides safety, security, and peace of mind. It's something everyone should really take a close look at. For free information, call or text 888-411-4130, 888-411-4130, or click this video now to learn more.
Heading south of the Springfield Interchange. On the inner loop express lanes after the Beltway before Braddock Road, it was a crash there in the right lane. Then on the inner loop, you'll be also pretty slow from Route 50 up to 123, and then in Montgomery County from 355 over to Georgia Avenue. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Highs in the mid-40s to middle 50s this afternoon under partly cloudy skies. Very mild considering how cold it's been around here. Partly cloudy and breezy tomorrow, 45 to 50. We're in the upper 30s to middle 40s on Thursday. I'm 7 News meteorologist Steve Rudin at the First Alert Weather Center.
Right now it is 37 at Reagan National. I'm John Matthews. News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. Chris Plant.
Our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers, but get a path to citizenship for all 11 million or however many undocumented there are here.
Or however many there are. There are 30 million. Even better, says the Lizard King. And at least they're non-English speaking. Who knows, they might be the halftime show at next year's Super Bowl. So what are they, $180 hamburgers? I think there's cheese on that, though. It might be an American processed food, cheese food product, whatever that is. Yeah. I blame the Democrat Party. A very good Tuesday to you, and welcome back once again. We are at 888-630-9625. 888-630-9625 is the telephone number here. Now, we were just hanging out talking about illegal aliens killing people all over the place, and Bob in Tacoma Park nailing it all over the place. CBS News with their big story, breaking last night, less than 14% of those arrested by ICE in Trump's first year back in office had violent criminal records. CBS News reporting that. Of course, they don't count trafficking in child porn. They don't count human trafficking. They don't count drug distribution. They don't count a lot of crimes that you probably wouldn't want these criminals in your neighborhood, but your Democrat Party, there's something terribly wrong with them. Horribly, horribly wrong. The Democrat Party, aren't they amazing? Yes, sir. And where are they going after? They just love this Jeffrey Epstein thing, don't they? And the Republicans really ought to expose the fact that Jeffrey Epstein was a Democrat and a Democrat fundraiser, and Ghislaine Maxwell, a lifelong Democrat and involved in Democrat hijinks, and 98% or something of the Epstein files are filled with Democrat Party people, but pay no attention to that. And I do have to say the CBS News story is pretty appalling that they drug trafficking, distribution of child porn, solicitation of minors for sexual purposes, human smuggling, driving under the influence, not counted as violent crimes by the Democrats. It should be noted that just the other day in Indiana, an illegal alien from Kyrgyzstan, which does not border the United States of America, but it borders a number of other stands, a lot of those stand countries in Central Asia, an illegal immigrant semi-truck driver from Kyrgyzstan. And his name is Bekjan Bikashkiv, right? And he's Bikashkiv, and he has been arrested in connection with a fatal crash in Indiana that killed 4 members of the Amish community on February 3rd. That's 7 days ago today. And February 3rd, 2026. The news media didn't cover it because it doesn't serve the interests of the Democrat Party. So the crash occurred February 3rd, 2026, approximately 4 p.m., when the illegal alien from Kyrgyzstan, who's Bishakiv, he was driving an 18-wheeler eastbound on State Route 67 in Jay County, Indiana. He reportedly failed to even touch the brakes for a slowed down semi-truck ahead of him. He instead swerved into oncoming traffic and collided head-on with a van carrying 15 passengers. 4 men in the van were killed in the collision. The 4 victims, all from Bryant, Indiana. They've been identified, the Jay County Coroner's Office, as Henry Eichner and Menno Eichner and Paul Eicher and Simon Girard. So 3 of them members of one family, of one Amish family, and the 4th, another Amish man. The driver, Bikashkiv, 30 years old, a national of Kyrgyzstan, was in the United States illegally after entering through the Customs Border Protection one app. It's one app. That's the Democrats saying, oh, just download this app and every illegal alien, gang member, human trafficker can come into the country and make everything better. So the Customs Border Protection one app set up by the Democrats. And then he was paroled by the previous administration. That's the Biden administration. He had been issued a commercial driver's license by Pennsylvania in July of 2025. The Democrat governor there, Josh Shapiro. So now Bekashev has been taken into custody. U.S. Immigration Customs Enforcement taken into custody on February 5th. That's 5 days ago, after an immigration detainer was placed with the Jay County Jail. He remains in ICE custody pending immigration proceedings, but in the meantime, he had a head-on without ever tapping the brakes. A van loaded with 15 people, killed 4 of them outright, members of the Amish people, and injuring everybody else in the vehicle, of course, and that's just fine. Also, you may recall, and you may not, that the Department of Homeland Security, now a year ago, Kristi Noem, had an event remembering the Americans killed by illegal aliens driving under the influence, just driving drunk. And they put out a long list at the Department of Homeland Security, a 7-year-old Ivory.
Well, they did it again. Fucking idiots. Wow. Fucking morons.
In retirement, we need multiple sources of income to meet all of our many needs. The 30+9 savings plan can turbocharge our income plan with its 30% deposit match and 9.5% guaranteed annual rate of return, backed by a Fortune 100 company. The 30+9 plan provides safety, security, and peace of mind. It's something everyone should really take a close look at.
I'm going to have to buy an AM/FM radio so my radio program doesn't get interrupted.
4130, 888-411-4130, or click this video now to learn more. Lupe Mahara Alavza, and there you go. And a 70-year-old Robert Boles killed in a crash caused by illegal alien Jorge Urbana Lopez in Texas in 2025. And the list goes on. And CBS News and the Democrats, they don't count drunk drivers as violent crimes, illegal aliens, drunk drivers, because the left doesn't care about human life. That's the thing about them. They harvest the organs of more than 1 million unborn babies every year, including about 40% of the black population in city after city, because Democrats. And it's all because of Democrats. And then CBS News being mocked and ridiculed today by members of the Senate like Eric Schmidt said, Laken Riley, Joycelyn Nungaray, Rachel Morin's illegal alien killers didn't have any violent criminal history before they murdered and sexually assaulted these women. The Democrat Party is okay with that. And the CBS headline, DHS data shows 14% of immigrants, meaning illegal aliens, arrested by ICE in the past year had not been charged. See, only 14% had been charged with or convicted of violent crimes. But again, the nonviolent crimes include all of these horrible, horrible crimes that the Democrats are just fine with. Drug trafficking, child porn, soliciting minors for sex, human smuggling, human trafficking, driving under the influence, nonviolent crimes. Of course, the body count from the drunk Indians, the drunk Mexicans driving all over the country, and the Democrats give them driver's licenses to drive 18-wheelers so they can cause more damage, as they've done in Florida and in California and in Oklahoma and now in Indiana and beyond. And the Democrats shrug and say, well, they literally do not care. And when I say literally, I mean literally. That's the word literally has a meaning. Isn't that amazing? Yes, sir. And what do the Democrats want to do? They want to defund ICE. And they accuse ICE of being all kinds of horrible things like Hakeem Jeffries. And it's all Trump's fault. It's all Trump's fault. No, it's all your guys' fault because you opened the borders and you waved in tens of millions of illegal aliens and gang members and human traffickers and drug traffickers. And then the inevitable and predictable results come about. And then the Democrats scream and pound the table and blame Trump because of the mental illness that is represented by membership in the Democrat Party today. Just extraordinary stuff. And again, and I love this, the President Trump winning in court with the Ninth Circuit Court in San Francisco yesterday, that he can deny illegal aliens temporary protected status after a quarter of a century of being in the country in the United States of America under temporary protected status. After a hurricane hit Honduras 27 years ago. Wait, there was a hurricane? That's right. A hurricane 27 years ago in Honduras and Nicaragua, and that they're not even illegal aliens. They came because there was a Hurricane Mitch in 1999, and they came here because there was a hurricane. Okay, you got temporary protected status because there was a hurricane, and here we are 27 years later, and the Democrats will self-immolate on a Catholic church altar to keep the temporary protected status in place for illegal aliens who are protected because of this ridiculous law. The Immigration Act of 1990, that's 35 years ago. 1990 is 35 years ago. And they passed the law, Immigration Act of 1990, to grant legal immigration status to people fleeing countries experiencing environmental disasters like hurricanes. See, and that's so the people of Honduras and Nicaragua, they got temporary protected status because of a 1990 Hurricane Mitch, and they came here in 1999, 27 years ago, and got temporary protected status. And I don't know if they've recovered from Hurricane Mitch yet, but it's been more than a quarter century. So if it's a country that can't recover from Hurricane Mitch in more than a quarter of a century, I don't think they should be welcome here in the United States. They should go back to whatever beep-hole country you come from and enjoy the results, the consequences 27 years after the hurricane, because it's up to you guys to fix it, okay? Isn't that amazing? Yes, sir. Nepal. We have Nepalese people here because there was an earthquake in 2015. That's more than a decade ago now. More than a decade ago, there was an earthquake in Nepal, and the Democrats say, oh, yeah, they're here under temporary protected status. Again, what does the word temporary mean? Shall I whip out Webster's dictionary to inform the Democrats what the word temporary means? Temporary protected status. Yes, sir. But the Democrats, they use the words.
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
I think that's true enough. Here is, I went to Webster's dictionary. Temporary definition, lasting for a limited time. Sure, that's good. That's temporary, but the Democrats don't know what it means because they want to flood the country with people that are not American, that don't speak English, that don't have our cultural values, whose families did not fight in the Vietnam War and the World War II and World War I and the American Revolution. They don't want that. They want to drown the United States in non-English speaking gang members that get drunk and engage in human trafficking and child porn, and all of that is fine with the Democrat Party. Yeah, temporary protected status because of Hurricane Mitch in 1999. Sure, that's just great because they're fleeing environmental disasters. Yeah, that's good stuff. And provides extraordinary temporary conditions that prevent a safe return to their home country. 27 years later, Honduras and Nicaragua got temporary protected status because of Hurricane Mitch. Yeah, and it was a bad hurricane more than a quarter century ago. And the Democrat Party is here to turn America into an unrecognizable country, into the fundamentally transformed United States America that Barack Obama threatened if you're conservative, promised if you're a leftist radical that wants to destroy the United States and make it unrecognizable.
We are 5 days away from fundamentally transforming the United States of America.
And the crowd went wild. Then they looted CVS drugstore and firebombed a synagogue because they're Democrats. Isn't that amazing? Just extraordinary. Our Democrat Party. Our media. But I repeat myself. Yes, sir. And that's not all, because the Democrats are up to more hijinks today. They got this whole Epstein thing is one of their giant lies. And they convince enough people because of their boy Joseph Goebbels. A lie told once remains a lie told 1,000 times becomes the truth. Vote for Kamala Harris for president.
There's only one Chris Plant. The Chris Plant Show.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
No, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. True Vitality Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
True Vitality Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part,
it's
at True
fucking
Vitality
hilarious.
Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 703-637-1222. 703-637-1222. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 703-637-1222.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader on out of Washington Street or online at widgetautosales.com.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With Verbo, it pays to book your 30A stay early. Save over $530 when booking 7+ night stays at least 60 days in advance and secure your dream vacation home before it's gone. Verbo, book now, relax longer. Average savings $550. Select homes only.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
Well, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Chris Plant here. Tired of dating online and want to meet real people face to face? Let the professional matchmakers at It's Just Lunch help. After a confidential interview, your personal matchmaker hand selects quality matches for you. They pre-screen every date and they'll book your reservations at the best spots in town. All you have to do is show up and be yourself. Let It's Just Lunch help you turn new beginnings into lasting connections. Call 202-466-4333 or visit itsjustlunchdc.com.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader on out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
Know the news the minute you wake up. O'Connor and Company with Larry O'Connor, 5 to 9 a.m. on WMAL.
Okay, we're back. And let us go to the telephones and talk to the great American people. Let's go to Jason in Kensington, who's a great American Australian person. Jason, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Good day, Chris. How you going, mate?
Hey, great, Chase. What do you say?
Oh, much just finally got dug out after a couple of weeks of ice. But you mentioned the CBS report about the 14% of the criminals being, low violent criminals. But the thing is, they don't take into account all the other stuff that they commit, whether it's DUIs, whether it's stolen property. And these people cannot be accounted for because they're not on any sort of register. So it's a lot easier for them to commit crimes because they know that no one can find them.
Right.
So this goes on all the time. I mean, I've lost property stuff with my, my work and all that all the time. And it's just, you know who's doing it, but, you're not going to find anyone. And the local diner we go to here, local pizza place, he has about 4 or 5 Spanish people working for him. And a lady came in and said, listen, aren't you afraid that your employees are going to get raided by ICE? And he goes, well, what makes you assume that they don't have papers? He says, because he uses E-Verify. He says, everyone here has got papers. So this goes to show you how racist these people are. They assume that if you're Spanish that you don't have papers.
That you're illegal. And they want to, and they immediately want to protect you because they have this kind of great white father complex.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like they wanted to put signs in front of his place to say this is a non-compliant, non-ICE compliant business. He said, "No, I don't want to. I don't want any of your signs here. Just leave. Could you leave?"
Yeah, I understand that. You don't want to get into the politics, and the left are the people most likely to burn your business down.
Exactly, and then and if you don't comply, then later on they might put a bad report on Yelp or whatever they do.
Right.
They're just very bad people. They're just not nice people at all.
That sums it up quite well, Jason. You're 100% right. Yeah. And CBS News, they just leave out drug trafficking, child porn, soliciting minors, human smuggling, driving drunk. That's all fine with Democrats for illegals.
This is the Chris Plant Show.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station.
Making sense of the news.
News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 10:30. I'm John Matthews. A 16-year-old Rockville teen's been charged as an adult in Monday's shooting of another 16-year-old at Wooten High School. Khalil White Villatoro is facing several counts, including attempted second-degree murder. He's being held awaiting a bond hearing. Rockville police say they've also recovered the handgun used in the shooting. The victim remains in stable condition. Savannah Guthrie pleading for the public's help in an hour of desperation and search for her missing mom. The FBI says it is not aware of any ongoing communication between the family and the suspected kidnappers, and it has not identified any suspects or persons of interest. Shoppers unexpectedly paused spending in December, closing out the holiday shopping season and the year on a lackluster tone. Commerce Department reports surprised economists who are looking for growth despite mounting concerns about a slowing job market, tariff concerns, and other economic headwinds. Traffic and weather next.
This report is sponsored by Elephant Insurance.
Got a team behind the wheel? Elephant Insurance can save you cash with multi-car, good student, and student-away discounts. Rated excellent on Trustpilot. Switchers save $805 on average. Visit elephant.com. Products, prices, and discounts may vary by eligibility requirements. Auto insurance is underwritten by Elephant Insurance Company.
I-95 is southbound at the exit for the Fairfax County Parkway. The multi-vehicle accident still blocks 2 right lanes, causing delays on 95 south, beginning at the Springfield interchange, leaving the Beltway heading south on 95. Beltway outer loop, 3 right lanes are closed after Connecticut Avenue for emergency pothole repairs. That's causing delays now on the outer loop from I-95 all the way around to
just after Connecticut Avenue. After that, the outer loop is slow from the 270 spur off and onto the Legion Bridge. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Partly sunny with a high 45 today. It's 38 at Reagan National. John Matthews, News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
Well, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy Truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader in out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Con IKEA puedes convertir tu salón en un templo del fútbol, extender la mesa para unir a toda la familia, encontrar una estantería que encaje con tus colores, tu alfombra y tu presupuesto, un escritorio que te inspire ideas cada día, un sofá que los viernes sea una cama más, una lámpara que parece una obra de arte, o unas sillas perfectas para el chisme y para relajarte. Si nosotros logramos meter todos estos sueños en 15 segundos, imagina los sueños que caben en tu casa con IKEA. Visítanos online o en nuestras tiendas para hacer realidad lo que imaginas, con buena calidad y a buen precio. IKEA, sueña sin medida.
WMAL, making sense of the forecast, because you never know what Mother Nature has in store. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
The Democrat Party, the defenders of evil, they like after-school Satan clubs. But if you attend a Catholic church, they might firebomb it or shoot it up, because there have been more than 540 Catholic churches attacked by Democrats in the last several years, violently attacked by Democrats. Isn't that amazing? Just crazy. And we got a nutty story out of Minnesota that I want to share with you coming up as well. But right now, let's go back to the telephones and talk to the American people. Let's go to Christopher, calling from Lake Ridge, Virginia. Christopher, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Hey, good morning, Chris.
Hey.
They keep making a big deal with all these charts and graphs and stuff about, they've only captured 14% of the people they're bringing in that have prior convictions and stuff. As any sentient ninth grader not currently matriculating in a Democrat-run school district could tell you, ICEE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, stands for Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Their role is to enforce the immigration and customs laws on the books. And by the way, once you do one, if there's somebody here illegally, they're almost certainly violating customs laws with the illegal wire transfers home and all that stuff. So they are not the FBI's 10 most wanted task force. They are not the high profile murder squad. They are immigrations and customs enforcement. And I'd like to say one more thing. The Democrats have been telling us in their media outlets, thank God the Washington Post is dying in darkness. But anyway, they've been telling us for 30 years that we have 11 million illegals in the country. Always 11 million it was. And you know what happens? 300 of them come across in half an hour, and then a Martian spaceship on the other side of the country, picks up 300 and takes them out. No, it's not 11 million. And I've said, I don't know if you know more about this than me, maybe, but especially at Newsmax, they might tell you some stuff. But initially, they were saying after Biden left that he had let in 10 million. By the way, I deployed to the border. TSA. I deployed down there for a thing for a couple months in the summer of 22 and worked, 6 days, 12-hour shifts, and I know what's going on down there. But anyway, was it 10 million? Was it 10 million that Biden let across, or was it 14? Maybe somebody at Newsmax could check, because I've heard politicians, mostly Republicans, saying something like 12 million or 14 million. Anyway, it's too many. But that's what Immigration and Customs Enforcement is supposed to do. And they must have been doing that during the Obama years, some, because they deported 3+ million people. So anyway, they're not out there. If they can catch a child pedophile, if they can catch a drunk driver that's killing people, if they can catch a murderer that's wanted in his own country for murder, good for them. But that's not what they need to do. Their writ is to get people that have broken the immigration laws. Anyway, thanks for your time.
Your problem is that you're intelligent, articulate, well-informed. You've been there. You pay attention. You know what's going on. Therefore, it would be impossible for you to be a Democrat.
Correct. That and many more reasons why. But yes, those alone preclude that.
You mentioned, and you're 100% right, and you framed it perfectly. They're not after the FBI's top 10 most wanted list. They're pursuing illegal aliens as mandated by Congress, where then Democrats and Republicans voted to enforce our immigration laws, and the Democrats have done a 180 on that, and they've burned the whole thing down. But the Immigration Customs Enforcement, and you're right, enforcement, emphasize that word. What are they enforcing? Immigration and customs and our borders. And, this thing, you've probably seen it, Christopher, going around on the internet, and a friend of mine sent it to me again yesterday, that President Trump should change ICE to the National Immigration Customs Enforcement Bureau, right? Then they'd be NICE instead of ICE, and then Democrats would be confused again.
That's great.
How could they? They can't oppose NICE, the National Immigration Customs Enforcement Bureau. That's nice, and it'd be more fun. Then the Democrats would have to change their thing. And the Democrats could defund ICE, but we'd still have NICE in place and NICE out on the street. I think that'd be good.
Perfect.
Christopher, thank you. Great stuff. And you're TSA now, right now.
Yes, TSA. I'm at work at TSA headquarters, which is overstaffed by about 400%. But yeah, yes, I am. And they had a thing during the Biden administration where every month everybody got an email, not just get anywhere in DHS, got emails saying, "Hey, there's these deployments open to the border," and that. And I finally got my boss to let me go to one because my paycheck doubled.
Wow.
It's nighttime, overtime, weekends. We had 6-hour days, six days a week, 12 hours really there. I think they paid you for 11 of them. But yeah. But if I
paid you for 11 of them. Wow. Why did they pay you for 12 of them? They schedule you for 12 and then they only pay you for 11?
Well, you're supposedly getting breaks and stuff, but when you're down there in one of those detainment centers, where do you take a break?
Right.
Anyway.
Right. And you say you're at TSA headquarters where they're overstaffed by about 400%.
I'm being a little bit probably cautious on that, but yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not a regular bureaucrat, and I spent years in Afghanistan and different things, and I spent 40 years almost in the private sector, so I'm a little bit weighted on this thing toward efficiency, and it's insane here. But
wow.
Yeah, I do IT acquisition review, so we're actually saving millions and millions of dollars a month, so people can't buy stuff that we already have. But anyway, yeah.
Wow. And you served in Afghanistan, you said.
I was a diplomat with State USAID, forward deployed at fire bases from 2010 to 2014, doing supposedly local governance work. But someday, if I ever meet you for a beer, I'll tell you all about it. But it just made you pull. If I didn't already lose most of my hair, I would have been pulling it out all the time. But, yeah.
Wow.
So I have that government service. I'm not a career bureaucrat, but I have, and I was, my first one was I was an appointee in the Reagan administration at Treasury, and I was detailed full-time in the Inter-American Development Bank, U.S. mission there. That was 80-45. So, yeah.
Wow. Your life is an adventure.
Some of it was, yeah. Not here at TSA every day.
Well, sounds like you're still getting good stuff done. That is great, man. I'm saluting you. That's wonderful. That's good stuff. And you explained yourself very well and laid out a lot of stuff in a short period of time. That's great.
Thanks much.
Yeah, thank you, Christopher. Great stuff. Yeah, I'd like to have a beer. There are a lot of people that I talk to here that I'd like to have beers with. I can't drink that much beer, but I sometimes try. Yeah. That's great stuff. Wow, remarkable. Yeah, the Democrat Party, they're completely nuts. And CBS News, yes, just 14% of our convicted violent criminals. And hey, CBS, what would be the appropriate? 100% are convicted violent criminals, and now we can deport them. And then because of Democrats, they can just saunter back into the country or sashay. The Democrats would sashay, I think, because they cross-dress. They all cross-dress. All right, let's go to, Michael flagged me on this one. He threw something at me. Let's go to Don calling from Chicago, Illinois, listening on the great WLS. Don, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Hey, Chris. Good morning.
Hey, Don.
I just wanted to remind everybody, that O.J. Simpson had no violent activity in his life, right up to the point where he almost cut two people's heads off.
So you think that that's true? He had never murdered anybody that we're aware of before he murdered those two people.
That's right.
There are still Democrats that say that he was not guilty.
Well, that men don't talk, so it doesn't really matter what anybody thinks, correct?
Yeah, well, that's it is. But yeah, you're 100% right. On CBS News, come on, only 14% of the people have been convicted of violent crimes, and that narrows it down pretty significantly, doesn't it, Don?
Well, I consider someone who engages in child pornography a very violent person, so they got to just get their statistics correct. But they constantly manipulate things to make it look that it's not as bad. But you got 4 people dead in Indiana. Tell their families that. Right.
With the illegal alien from Kyrgyzstan, of all places, given a commercial truck driving an 18-wheeler because the Democrats in Pennsylvania gave him a commercial driver's license, which he used to crash into a head-on without tapping the brakes, a van filled with 15 people from the Amish people and killing 4 men, 3 of them from the same family. And the news media has no interest in that at all. Why is that, Don?
I don't know. It almost seems like they have an agenda, doesn't it?
It almost seems like they have an agenda, and it's it doesn't serve the interests of the Democrat Party, so that doesn't become national news. Laken Riley's sexual assault and murder doesn't become, Rachel Nungaray doesn't become a national story. But look what they did about George Floyd. Right?
Oh my gosh! But look at what they've done to themselves as a political party. They backed themselves into a corner, and now they're defending criminals. There's nowhere else to go from here, and they're actually doing it. I mean, Schumer comes out and he's gonna stick his neck out and he's gonna support people that have murdered people, driving illegal, drunk drivers. This is who they're defending. They're not defending the citizens of the United States anymore.
And we played, you're 100% right. In fact, Michael Piercy played the Chuck Schumer soundbite earlier today and was, how many millions and millions of illegal aliens in the country, the right number? I can tell you, Chuck Schumer, the Lizard King, he does not care.
Citizenship for all 11 million or however many undocumented there are here.
They
The crowd loves it.
and the crowd loves it. Citizenship for all, however many there are. If there are 30 million, then it's they're here to destroy the United States of America, to make it unrecognizable. President Obama made the crowd go wild when he said we're 5 days away from fundamentally transforming the United States of America, and the crowd went absolutely berserk because they've been raised and weaned by people that are hostile to the United States of America. And, and honestly, we still have temporary protected status for people from Honduras because Hurricane Mitch 27 years ago gave them temporary protected status. What's up with that?
Yeah, and your point was well received, that if they can't fix their country in 25 years, I don't think it's ever going to get done. I mean, that place is completely out of hand. No one goes there anymore. It's not even advised. Missionaries don't even go there anymore. So are those the kind of people we want in our country? I mean, are those the people that are going to actually help better this country? And I guess the answer is no.
Yeah, and the Democrats gave hundreds of thousands of Haitians, where Barbecue is one of the gang leaders who's a cannibal there, and is, hey, let's bring in 350,000 illegal aliens from Haiti. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, and let's put them in the most obscure places like Iowa, Indiana, little towns in Nebraska. It's like, yeah, they'll fit right in.
Yeah, they're openly hostile to the United States of America. They're the Democrat Party. Boy.
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
Well, Don, you keep laughing. You keep smiling, buddy.
I'll try. I'm from Chicago. I have to laugh.
Right, exactly. What else can you do? Yeah, you turn on the local news. Yeah, what can you do? Yeah, the Democrats they run everything into the side of a mountain, don't they? And you're right.
Sure do.
O.J. Simpson hadn't committed any double homicides before he committed a double homicide.
That's right.
Sure.
You have a great day, Chris.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Tom. Great call. That's fun. And it's true. You gotta be like Don. You just gotta hear it and shake your head and raise your eyebrows and laugh for a minute, and then make a sandwich and get back to normal people. Surround yourself with normal people. Just a thought. Our Democrats. Yes, sir. OJ. He was a Democrat.
I got a little getting even to do. So God bless. Take care.
Ah, yes. Little OJ for you there, Don. Little OJ thing. Hey, just amazing. Rural Americans deserve access to the very best of what our great nation has to offer every day and every night, especially when it comes to health care. Across every state, every city, every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, our neighbors, the people that we love. And no matter where you live, hospital care never clocks out. They are there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're always there. And every year, America's more than 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies day and night, providing cancer treatments and other life-saving care that patients rely on and need. Behind every one of those patients, there are, of course, doctors and nurses and caregivers working tirelessly 24/7 to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They also employ our neighbors and keep our families healthy. But right now, there are some in Congress that are threatening access to that care. Tell Congress to protect patient care and keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care. Paid for by the Coalition to Strengthen America's Health Care. Yes, sir. Yeah, crazy story out of Minnesota that the Republican running for governor there had a very sad story. And try to update you out of Arizona too, with the kidnapping, which doesn't seem to be a lot of progress going on, but we'll see. I've got an update for you on that coming up.
You're listening to The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
No, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop it and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Not planning today can cost you tomorrow. Stop worrying and start planning with Trajan Wealth. Contact Trajan today at 202-750-3300 or go to TrajanWealth.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
It's Vince for Valor Roofing. This winter, don't wait for a leak to force your hand. If you've noticed water spots, damaged shingles, or granulars in the gutters, call Valor Roofing now. I've seen their work in person, and trust me, Valor is the best. This week only, save huge on your new Valor roof with 50% off materials and no interest until 2027. Plus, tell them Vince sent you for extra WMAL listener savings. Call Valor at 833-83-VALOR or valorhome.com.
It's truck and SUV season at Winter Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy Truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Winter Auto Sales, a used car leader, and out of Washington Street or online at winterauto.sales.com.
The pediatric team at Community Health Center of the North Country understands your kids are the most important things in your life, and each one of them is unique in their own way. This means care needs to be personalized for each son or daughter you bring through the doors at our Ogdensburg Health Center. Dr. Sunny Patel and Dr. Tiffany Hecht accepting new patients now and providing that personalized pediatric care for every stage of your child's life. Visit chcnorthcountry.org for more information.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
No, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop it and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
The NBA's biggest stars deliver the biggest moments. With DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, you can cash in when they take over. DraftKings has your back with early exit. If your player goes down at any time in the first half, you still get paid in cash. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code HEART. That's promo code HEART. New customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets instantly with promo code HEART. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 and over in most states. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources,
Making breakfast. Haven't eaten yet.
audio. Limited time offer.
So bye.
WMAL,
I'll be back later.
Making sense of the roads, because traffic doesn't always follow the pattern. Download the WMAL app to stream us for